Hello my dear students, welcome back to the video lesson. I am Shweta Gupta, your maths teacher, and today I am going to take the revision of lesson number 12. And what is the topic of the lesson? Well, it is percentage. So let's get started. So children, before doing the sums based on percentage, let us understand what do we mean by percentage. So children, percentage means out of 100. Okay. For example, if I say that there are 100 boxes, right, and 20 boxes are empty, means out of 100 boxes, 20 boxes are empty. So what is the percentage of boxes which are empty? Well, it is 20 out of 100 or 20 divided by 100, which is equal to 20%. And children, this is the symbol of percentage. So the symbol for percentage is this, right? So now children, let us solve some of the questions related to percentage. So children, the first question that we are going to solve as a revision is write as percentage, right? So this is our first question, write as percentage. So let us see the first part of this question, 6 by 25, right? So this is our first part of question number 1, and the question is write as percentage. So children, this is our fraction 6 upon 25, and we have to write this as percentage, right? When it is written 6 upon 25, from this fraction we can make out that 6 out of 25, right? So suppose, just for the explanation's sake, I'm just giving you one example with the help of unitary method. Okay, I am applying the unitary method in order to understand the percentage. So suppose we can say that out of 25 parts, means out of total 25 parts, there are 6 parts, right? There are 6 parts. So children, out of one part, as we do in the unitary method, in the same way we will do, I am just giving the example of a unitary method in order to make you understand how to write in percentage or how to write as percentage. So out of one part, how many parts? 6 upon 25, right, which is already given in this fraction. Okay, so now when we say percentage, it means out of 100. So out of 100, how many parts? Let us see. Out of 100 parts, if it is out of 100, then how much it is? It will be 6 upon 25 multiplied by 100. I hope you have understood this part. Okay, so it means that if we want to write a fraction as percentage, we can simply multiply that fraction by 100. Okay, so now children, I am rubbing this part, and now we will do this question. Part 1 of question number 1, write as percentage. So this is a fraction. If we want to write this fraction as percentage, we can simply multiply it by 100. Okay, and now when we divide 25 by 25, we get 1, and when we divide 100 by 25, we get 4. So 6 multiplied by 4 is equal to 24%. Okay, so 6 by 25 when written as percentage is equal to 24%. Okay, so now let's come to the second part. The second part is 0.16. Children, 0.16 means it is a decimal fraction because we have a decimal point in it, right? 0.16. Now children, you can, now first of all, what we will do, if there is a decimal fraction, first of all, change that decimal fraction into common fraction. So what we will do? 0.16 can be written as 16 upon 100 as a common fraction, right? And now what is the next thing that we are supposed to do? The next thing that we are supposed to do is we will multiply it by 100 in order to change this fraction into percentage. So it will be, that is equal to, means 100 and 100 will be divided by 100, 100 divided by 101, 100 divided by 101. So what is left in the numerator? Only 16 multiplied by 1, which is 16%. So the answer, or when 0.16 written as percentage, it is equal to 16%. I hope you have understood this. Now children, let's come to another type of question, question number 2, which is write as a fraction in lowest term. So our second question is write as a fraction in lowest term. So let us do the first part of this question. So the first part of this question is 45%. Okay, so means in the question the percentage is given to you and you are supposed to write that percentage into fraction, and that too in the lowest term. Means if the fraction can be reduced, first you will change the percentage into fraction, and then if there is a possibility of reducing the fraction, you are going to reduce the fraction by multiplying the numerator and the denominator by a common number. So let us see how we will do this question. 45%. First of all, you know 45% means 45 out of 100. That is 45 divided by 100. And now children, it has changed into fraction now. Can you reduce this fraction? Or if you can reduce, means if you can write it in lowest term, we should do it. So yes, we can reduce this fraction by dividing 45 and 100 by common number 5. So when 45 divided by 5, we get 9. And when we divide 100 by 5, we get 20. So now we cannot further divide it. We cannot further divide this fraction any. So what is our answer? Our answer is 9 by 20. Right children? So this is our answer. Okay. So now let's do another part of this question. So the second part of this question, that write as a fraction in lowest term. The percentage is given to you and you have to write it as a fraction in lowest term. So the second part of this question is 12 1 by 2%, right? So here the percentage is given to you, but this percentage is in mixed fraction. So first of all, let us see what we will do. First, change this mixed fraction, the percentage which is given in mixed fraction, let us change it into improper fraction. So when we change it into improper fraction, it will become 25 by 2%, right? And now you know 25 by 2% means 25 by 2 out of 100, or you can say 25 by 2 divided by 100, right? Out of 100 means divided by 100. So what will you do? 25 by 2%, you can write it as 25 by 2 divided by 100. And now you know that when we do the division of a fraction, what we do? We write the reciprocal of the number by which we are dividing the fraction. So here in this case we are dividing the fraction by 100. So we will write the reciprocal of 100, that is 1 upon 100. And now let us see if we can divide something in the numerator and denominator. Yes, we can divide 25 in the numerator by 25. So 25 divided by 25 is 1 and 100 divided by 25 is 4. So now what do we get? We get in the numerator it is 1 multiplied by 1, and in the denominator it is 2 multiplied by 4 is equal to 8. So our answer is 1 by 8, and we cannot further reduce this fraction, right children? So this is the second part of question number 2, and I hope you have very well understood the second part also. So now let's move to the third part of question number 2. So now children, let's do the third part of question number 2. And what was the heading of the question? The heading of the question was write as a fraction in lowest term. So the third part of this question is you have to change this percentage which is in decimal fraction, means the percentage is given in decimal fraction, right? 6.25%, right? And you have to write this 6.25% as fraction in lowest term. So how you will do? Let us see. So first you have to change this decimal fraction into common fraction. So it will be 625 upon 100%, right? Now children, what else you will do? This is percent, it means 625 upon 100 out of 100, right? Percentage means out of 100. So, what will you do? And out of 100 means divided by 100. So, you will divide 625 upon 100 by 100. And now we will follow the same procedure as we have done in the previous part of question number 2. That is in the second part. So, when we are dividing a fraction which is 625 upon 100 by any number, we will write the reciprocal of that number. Okay, so we will write the reciprocal of 100, that is 1 upon 100. And now let us divide. So, we can divide 625 and 100 by common number 25. So, when I divide 100 by 25 in the denominator, I get 4. And when I divide 625 by 25, what do I get? I get, right, 25 as my answer. So now what is there? Now again you can divide 25 in the numerator and 100 in the denominator by common number 25. Okay. So again let us divide 25. Let us write this. Now we have 25 upon 100 divided by 1 by 4. Okay. Now, in this step, I am going to divide 25 in the numerator and 100 in the denominator by common number 25. So, 25 divided by 25 is equal to 1 and 100 divided by 25 is equal to 4. So, what is left? 1 upon 60 and that is our answer. I hope you all have understood how to write a percentage as a fraction in lowest term. So now children, let's move to question number 3. So now children, let's come to the third question, that is write as a decimal fraction. Now the percentage is given to you and you have to write this percentage as a decimal fraction. So let us see how we will do this question. So the first part of this question is you have to write 15% as decimal fraction. Now children, you know that 15%, what is 15%? 15% means 15 out of 100, right? So, you can write 15 out of 100 means 15 divided by 100. Okay, now this is common fraction or this is the common fraction. Now you have to change it into decimal fraction. So, how will you change it into decimal fraction? Let us see. It will, since there are 2 zeros, so there will be 2 decimal place, that is 0.15, and this is our answer. Now let's do the second question. So, second part of question number 3. So, in the second part, we are going to change 67 1 by 2%, or we will write 67 1 by 2% as decimal fraction. So let us see how we will do this. First of all, this is a mixed fraction. Let us change into improper fraction. So 2 7s are 14, 2 6s are 12, and it will be 134. That is 135 upon 2%. Now percent means out of 100 or divided by 100. 135 upon 2 divided by 100, right? So, 135 upon 2 divided by 100. Now, we will write the reciprocal of 100. That is 1 upon 100. And the division replaced by multiplication sign. And now children, this is 135 upon 2 multiplied by 1 upon 100. So now let us divide 100 and 135 by common number 5. So when we divide 135 in the numerator by 5, what do we get? We get 27. And when we divide 100 in the denominator by common number 5, we get 20. So now the final answer is 27 upon 2 multiplied by 20 is 40. And this is our final answer. I hope this part is clear to all of you. So now let's move to the next part, that is the third part of question number 3. So in the third part, we are going to change 3.5% or we are going to write 3.5% as a decimal fraction. So first of all, 3.5 means 335 upon 10%. Okay. And now 35 upon 10% means 35 upon 10 out of 100 or 35 upon 10 divided by 100. So what we will write? 35 upon 10 divided by 100. Okay. And now children, what we will do? We will write the reciprocal of 100, that is 1 upon 100, and now we will see if we can divide the numerator and the denominator by any common number. So yes, we can divide the 35 in the numerator by 5 and we can divide 10 in the denominator by 5 and we get 2, right? So now we have 5 upon 2 multiplied by 100. Again we will divide 5 in the numerator by common 5 and 100 in the denominator by common number 5, and it will be 25. So now what is left? 1 upon 2 multiplied by 25, that is 50. So our answer is 1 upon 50. So children, I hope you have understood how all the 3 questions. So now children, let us move to the 4th question. So what is the 4th question? Let us see. So the 4th question is, just give me a second. Yes. So the 4th question is, find the value of. So let us see how we will find the value. 4th question, find the value of. Okay. So the first part of this question is, what is the value of 20% of rupees 350? Okay. So now children, let us understand, you have to find out what is 20% of rupees 350 means what is the value of 20% of rupees 350. So let us see how we will do. We know 20% means 20 out of 100 or 20 divided by 100. So we will write 20 divided by 100 of these multiply rupees 350. Right. So now let us divide. So first of all we will divide 20 and 100 by common number 20. So 20 ones are 20 and 100 divided by 20 is equal to 5. Right. So now what is left? 350 upon 5. And now we will divide both the numerator and the denominator by common number 5. So 5 divided by 5 is equal to 1 and 350 divided by 5 is equal to 70. So the answer is 70. That is, so the 20% of rupees 350 is equal to rupees 70. And this is our answer. Right. So now let's move to the next question. Next part of question number 4. So here what you have to do, you have to write 60% of 50 kg. 60% of 50 kg. So how we are going to do this question? Let us see. 60% means 60 upon 100 or 60 out of 100. Of means multiply and 50 kg. Now let us see. First we will multiply multiply 50 by 50. First we will divide 50 in the numerator by common number 50 and we get 50 divided by 50 is equal to 1, and we will divide 100 in the denominator by common number 50 and it will be 100 divided by 50 is equal to 2. So now what is left? 60 upon 2. And now you divide the numerator and the denominator by common number 2. 2 divided by 2 is equal to 1 and 60 divided by 2 is equal to 30. So what is their answer? 30 kg is our answer. Okay children, I hope you all have understood these two parts of question number 4. So now children, let's come to the next part of this question. So now let us do one more part of this question, and this is 80% of 300 meter. Right? So 80% of 300 meter. 80% means 80 upon 100 or 80 out of 100 multiplied by 300 meter. So 100 in the denominator, we will divide 100 in the denominator by common number 100 and 300 in the numerator by common number 100. It will come 3. So what is our answer? It is 240 meter. This is our answer. So now children, let's do one more question, one or two questions on word sums related to percentage. So let us see what are those word sums. The first word sums that I am going to solve is, my question is that Seema spent 90% of rupees 560 on a dress. So what is the question? Let us see. Seema spent 90% of rupees 560 on a dress. So how much was the dress for? How much was the dress for? Okay, so you know that Seema was having rupees 560, and how much money she spent in buying a dress? She spent 90% of rupees 560. So now it is being asked in the question that how much was the dress for, or what was the cost of the dress. So first of all, in order to know the cost of the dress, first of all, what you are going to write? Well, in the solution, the first step which you are going to write is that the total money that Seema has, this is rupees 560, and money spent by Seema on her dress is equal to how much? 90% of the money that she had, and which is equal to 560. So now let us take out what is the value of 90%. Let us find out the value of 90% of rupees 560. Let us cancel the common 0 in the numerator and denominator first, and then let us cancel this common 0 in the numerator and denominator. So what is left? 9 multiplied by 56, and this is equal to, let us see how much this is equal to 9 6 are 54, 9 5s are 45. So this is equal to rupees 504. So now children, you know how much was the dress for? So the dress was understood this word sums? So now let us move to another word sum. So the another word sum that I am going to do for you is, I am reading this word sum for you, and this word sum says like this: Amrish bought 4 sweaters at rupees 250 each and sold them at rupees 275 each. So what was his profit or loss per se? I am not writing this question, I am just reading the question for you. So Amit bought. So what means the cost price? The cost price of the sweater was rupees 250. So the cost price of, this is question number 6. Cost price of one sweater, cost price of one sweater is, what is the cost price of one sweater? Well, it is rupees 250, right? So it is given in the question that the cost price of one sweater or the price at which Amrish bought the sweater was rupees 250 each. Means the price of one sweater is rupees 250, and this is the cost price. The price at which Amrish bought the sweater, and he bought 4 sweaters. So the cost price of 4 sweaters is rupees 250 multiplied by 4. So what is the cost price? It comes equal to rupees 1000, right? So this is the total cost of the 4 sweaters that Amrish bought. Okay. Now children, it is given in the question that he sold them at rupees 275 each. Means he sold each of the sweater or at rupees 275. That is the cost price of one sweater, the selling price. The price at which he sold the sweater, that is called the selling price of the sweater, right? I am writing the selling price of one sweater means the price at which he sold the sweater is rupees 275, right? And now he has sold 4 sweaters. So now you will find out the selling price of 4 sweaters, right? The selling price of 4 sweaters is rupees 275 multiplied by 4. So 4 5s are 20, 4 7s are 28, 29, 30, 4 2s are 8. So it is coming equal to 1100 rupees. So now children, you know that the cost price of 4 sweater is rupees 1000 and the cost price of the selling price of 4 sweater is equal to rupees 1100. So children, it is obvious from the question that he got the profit. And what was his profit? Well, his profit is equal to selling price. This is the SP is the short form for selling price. That is the price at which he sold the 4 sweaters minus the cost price. That is the price at which he bought the sweaters. So rupees 1100 minus rupees 1000, which is equal to rupees 100. Okay children? So this is the profit that he got. So now children, what is being asked? It is asked that what was his profit percentage. So let us find out his profit percentage. So his profit percent is equal to profit, which is rupees 100, and this profit he got by buying when you find out the profit percent, you have to divide the profit by the cost price. And what is the cost price? That is 1000. So you know, and how? Because this is the profit that he got when he bought the sweater, 4 sweater at the cost of rupees 1000. He got the profit of rupees 100. So suppose if he bought the sweater, 4 sweater for rupees 100, as when we find out the percentage, we always multiply by 100. So if you bought the sweater for rupees 100, then what was his profit? Let us see. So these two 0 get cancelled, and you will cancel this 0 also. So now what is left? Well, his profit percent is equal to 10%. So this is equal to 10%. This is his profit percent. So children, I hope you have understood all the sums which have been explained in this video lesson. So now let us come to the home assignment. So now children, this is your home assignment which you are going to do in your maths homework copy on your own. So we have the question write as a common fraction and a decimal fraction, right? And there are 3 parts of this question. The first one is 25%, second one is 47.6%, and third one is 1.39%, right? And you have to write them as a common fraction in lowest term and as a decimal fraction, right? So this way children, we have come to the end of this video lesson. I hope you have enjoyed this video lesson very well. Children, keep watching, keep learning.